I Today I just want to share with you a message of encouragement. And if this message is not meant for anyone out there, definitely this message is meant for me to encourage myself. And I hope whomever who will receive this message finds you well enough and open your heart with very, very home heart to receive this message. And basically, what I would like to talk to you about today is that use what you have and see God. Use what you have and see God. So basically, this message was very much encouraged by the book of Exodus, chapter 4, where God appears to Moses and says to Moses, Moses, I want you to go and save the nation of Israel in the hands of Egyptians. And at first, Moses is so terrified, he's so scared. He tried to find all ways possible to pull out of his purpose, of what God called him to do. And he asked a question and said, God, what if those people, they don't believe me? What if they don't believe that you appeared to me? What if they don't believe that you are the one who sent me? For a moment, I'm trying to understand how Moses felt. And we might judge Moses and think maybe he was trying to run away from his purpose or whatsoever. But what I see there is that he didn't realize that his purpose was bigger than him. But yet he did not also realize that his purpose might be bigger than him, but it was not bigger than God. So when God has called you to do something, it means he will sustain you. He's the one who's sending you. It does not matter how big it is. Sometimes there's a saying that says, when your dreams don't scare you, it means your dreams are not big enough. So when something scares you, it needs to give you the courage to go for it, because that is exactly what God has called you to do. When you wake up every morning and you feel that there should be more to your life than what it is right now, believe that. Believe that, because you were called for something that is bigger than you, for something that is greater than you, something that no man can ever understand. Sometimes that is why our ideas are crushed, because we share them with wrong people. So people don't want us to attain our God called purpose, and that is to be big. That is to do something that is bigger than us. So when you're scared, when you're terrified about what God called you to, just know exactly this is exactly what God has called you to do. Now, God is saying to Moses, what is it that you have in your hand? And according to Moses, Moses says, God, I have a stick in my hand. And God is saying to Moses, throw it down. Remember, for you to see God, you need to use what you have. And Moses threw the stick down, and immediately when he threw the stick down, the stick turned into a snake. It is not a coincidence that it turned into a snake. It is not a mistake that it turned into a snake. But God wanted to show Moses, Wuti, you might think you have a stick. It is not only a stick, but it's a stick that I've given you. And when you start to use it, you will start to see greater things that I have planned for you. And those things are not to harm you, but to make you prosper. At the moment that Moses threw that stick down, he gets so scared and tried to shift and move back a bit. But he didn't understand, Wuti, this is what I've been holding all my life. I've been holding a stick, but this is not just a stick, this is a start. You need to start using what you have for you to get wherever you need to get. For you to obtain your God called purpose, you need to start using what you have so that you can see God. Throw that business idea down. You move it from your mind and put it down on paper. It's a business idea. Go to those auditions. Throw it down. Start to do something. Send those CVs. Start to do something. Go record a demo. Start to do something. Throw it down. For you to see God, you need to throw it down. Use what you have to see God. Just throw it down. Just start, and you will see God doing greater things for you. That is why most of the funders, they don't fund any business. And they will want a record of the things that you've done previously. They will want a record of things. They will ask you, what is it that you've done? If you want our help, what is it that you've done? So you need to start with what we have and see God. For people to help you to understand your dream, you need to start. You need to start. God cannot trust you with so much, cannot trust you with such a gift, such a talent, and make you fail and leave you to fail. He's not that kind of a God. He will make a way for you where there's no way, but you need to start. You need to start doing something with whatever that God has given you, with that skills, with that talent. Do something with that education, with that degree, with that diploma. Do something, then God will do the rest. Trust me. Trust me. Do something. The reason why we so complain because of hunger and poverty is because we're holding on to something that is greater than us, something that we need to throw it down so that it can do greater things for us. Whatever that you're holding in your hand, be careful. You're holding exactly the very same thing that might provide for you, but it cannot provide for you. It cannot put food on the table. It cannot clothe you. It cannot clothe your children. It cannot build a shelter for you because you are holding it in your hand. So for you to see how powerful it is, what we have in your hand, you need to throw it down. Fast forward, the very same stick that Moses had in his hand, he managed to open the Red Sea so that the children of Israel might manage to pass it through. The very same stick he had he not realized, had he not rolled down that stick, he would have not realized how powerful is what he have in his hands. The very same stick that turned into a snake managed to swallow the other snakes when we talk about Pharaoh and Nabantubag. But the stick of Moses managed to swallow all those other snakes. So whatever that you have in your hand, it is so powerful. It needs you to throw it down. It needs you to use it so that you can see how great it can do for you. You need to start. You need to start, and God can take more further steps for you. Don't hold on to what might provide for you. Don't hold on so tightly to something that might make you great. Moses became a great man of Israel because he's the one, he managed to use what God has given him. Even though he was scared at first, yes, his dreams was bigger than him. His God-called purpose was bigger than him, but it was never bigger than God. So use what you have to attain what God has called you to attain. I hope this message finds you well and blessed enough to start something and throw down whatever that you have and see God. God bless you.